Hey guys, welcome back to the shop. My name's Adam. Alright, so this week we got some more K&T updates for you. Been doing a little bit of work on the mill, and I'm going to show you the progress that I've made with that. Got some video clips of it, and I'll share that. But yeah, I did some testing on the constant pressure for the hydraulic system on the knee here, and I believe it's bypassing somewhere internally. It's like it's running and there's no resistance there to build pressure. So we're definitely going to have to go into the knee and figure out what's wrong. I think it's possibly the pressure valve down there. Maybe it may be bad, or I mean it could be anything. So we'll find out once we go into it. So we'll continue to give you some updates on that as it progresses. I had another special guest this past week come by and visit me. One of my avid viewers. He came by and visited, so I've got a little clip of that. You'll see that. And he actually brought me some goodies, a little care package with him. So we're going to get that over here and check out what he sent me. I've also got another project here that I'm going to start on probably this weekend coming up, or the following week, and I'm gonna bring those pieces over here and I'll show you what I'm going to do. It'll be a project for me for the shop here. And as far as some more content goes, I've got a really interesting job that I've been doing at work. I've been building a ram for a big hydraulic cylinder, and this ram is a very large piece of stock. Started off as an 8-inch diameter. I think it was about 32 inches long, and had to do a lot of heavy turning on it. I've got a drill and bore up inside of it about 15 inches deep. The way the ram is built is actually like a two-stage ram. So this ram that I'm machining has a blind bore on one end of that another smaller ram goes up in. So a lot of different machine work, different steps of the machine work that's involved in building this thing. And I've got most of my end of it done, and I didn't take any footage with the GoPro camera, but I did get a few short clips with my phone, and I took several pictures. So later on in this video, I'm going to share those clips with you, and then we'll do a slideshow with all the pictures that I took. And I think you guys will enjoy it. It's been a pretty cool project. We had a little bit of chip control on it. I got to make some heavy cuts and some bore mill work in the horizontal bore mill. So I think you guys might like it. And as I said, I'm not through with it yet. I still got to bore and hone the ID, and then we got to send it off to get it chrome plated. So I'll show you some more progressive pictures of that job as we get closer to having that one finished. And so that was about it for what's going to be in this video. I also wanted to touch real quick on last week I mentioned that I have gout, and a lot of people have responded to that and left me a lot of advice. There's a lot of people that watch that have the same problem that I have, and it's a problem that I've had for a long time. I mean, I've been dealing with gout for probably 6 years, maybe 7 years, something like that. It's been a while now. For the guys that's been concerned about that and made suggestions, I do take medicine every day for it. It's called allopurinol. It's a once a day pill. I take it every morning when I drink my coffee, and I do have some pain medicine that I take whenever I have a flare-up. So it's one of those situations that you got to just kind of watch what you eat and drink, and stay on that pill every day, and not come off of it, and it should be pretty good. But I've noticed here in the past, I'd say year, I'm starting to get light flare-ups every now and then, more frequent than I used to. So I'm going to be talking to my doctor here real soon about that, because he told me to let him know if the allopurinol isn't working. He's got some more stuff he'll hook me up with. So I appreciate everybody's concern on that and giving me the advice on it. Actually, just this week I started drinking cherry juice, and my friend Harry that's helped me with the sealing, he actually gave me 2 bottles of it. It's a black cherry concentrate, and you just mix it with water and just drink it once a day. And I've always liked cherries anyway, so to me it tastes good. And so I'm starting that, and I'm gonna drink it every day. And Harry claims that you drink this stuff, that it will help take that gout away. So, and I've read a lot about it on the internet too. Did some research, and it seems like a lot of people that drink cherry juice, it's helped them out too. So this is a natural remedy that I'm just now trying, and hopefully it's going to do me some good. So anyway, let's get to the rest of the footage here. I'm going to get some stuff to show you and show you my projects, and then we'll get to the machine work that I've been working on this week. All right. Hey guys, well it's Sunday, and I've got another special guest, a visitor that came by to visit me from out of town, and Todd Manning and his son Parker. That's who came by to see me today. Come on in, guys.
Hey, how you doing?
This is Todd Manning, and this is his son Parker.
Good to see everybody out in the YouTube world. We're just down to Perdido Key having a little bit of a vacation, and wanted to come by and visit with Adam here and bring him some things, and just meet and greet and see his shop and see how things were going. So if Adam, if you want to say a few things.
Yeah. Todd sent me an email and said he was coming down and asked if he could come by and visit the shop, and I told him that he was more than welcome to. So he and his family are getting ready to head back here pretty soon, I believe. So he came over today, and I've been giving him the grand tour of the shop, and he's got to see a lot of stuff and look at the machines, and we've had a lot of good discussions out here about a lot of stuff. And his son Parker here has enjoyed hanging out with us also, and checking everything out too, huh? Yeah. He even got to play on the Monarch a little bit. We went down there and turned the Monarch on, and he got to engage the clutch. I think he enjoyed that. But Todd also brought me some a little care package here, man. It's got all kinds of just different, really cool, unique items. I got a few of these. We're gonna see, and you guys know what this is right here. What is it? I know what it is.
Please feel free to chime in on those.
Yeah. What is this right here? So he's got a box here with all kind of goodies. I'll show you these all this stuff here in a later clip. But we've got some cutters in there and just all kind of different neat little goodies. Got some cups here that we can use for whatever we need. And he also brought me a big old bag of blueberries. And I love blueberries, so I'm looking forward to putting these in the freezer because I like to make smoothies out of them. So, but man, thanks for coming by and seeing me today.
Thank you. We enjoyed it very much. Thank you for the tour.
I enjoyed you coming and seeing me, Parker. It was good to meet you too. And you gonna go home and watch this video?
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Thank you, Adam. We appreciate it.
Okay.
See you later on.
By. So as you've seen, my visitor this week was Todd Manning and his son Parker. Came by and giving me a visit. They were down and they were taking a little beach vacation over on Perdido Key. So he came by and visited. He brought me some goodies, and he also brought me this big bag of shop rags right here. He even put my name on there, A-Bomb 79 tag. So nice big bag of lint-free rags, and you know, it's great having shop rags. So thank you very much for that, Todd. And there's also another box here, just a nice little mixture of things that he threw together for me. And we've got some seasoning here. Season with Reason, all-purpose seasoning blend. And I believe he told me that he's got a family member that actually makes this stuff. And he says he can get as much as I want if I like it. So some seasoning, always good for the grills. Got a a nozzle here for a water hose, and this is something else that he gets from, I can't remember who he said now, a family member or a friend or something, that they build some high-end boats, and he says that whenever they build the boats, they always have, I'm trying to remember what he said now. I know he said they always have one of these on the boats whenever they're building them, and then whenever they're finished building the boat, they just throw these things away. So he scoops them up and gives them out to people, and he give, or Todd wanted some of them, so he gave one to me, and it's actually got this a quick connect on there, so you can screw this on your hose, and then you can pop it on there when you want to use it. And this is actually a nice quality. It's I guess that's pronounced Kleber, and it's made in Italy. So just another cool thing to have. This right here is some Velcro or hook and loop, a roll of it, and it could come in handy around the shop. You know, he said take it, and you know, you can, there's two pieces on there, so you can rip it in half if you want to. Use it to hold things together. Some cut-off wheels. These are 10-inch, made by Norton, 60 thousandths thick. So some abrasive wheels. Steri strips. He said these are great for whenever you got a cut. You can take it and I guess cut it if you want to, and put it across the, if you cut your skin. So kind of like a Band-Aid there. And we got some tags. He gave me some of these tags to use that I can, you know, mark customers' jobs with and things like that. We got a few milling cutters that he brought. Here's one. Here's one of the milling cutters here. I believe this was a 6-inch by 7/16. No, 3/8. Okay. There's a 6 by 3/8 with a 1-inch hole for a 1-inch arbor. It appears to be new. I think it's like new. Doesn't look like it has any use on it. And there's a couple more cutters in here also. I believe these are the same size. Some more milling cutters here. 1-inch arbor, 3-inch diameter. They got a little bit of rust, so it's hard to read, but looks like about 1/4 or 5/16 cutter. Both of these are the same. There's another one here. This is a little radius cutter. Now this is, I believe this one was a 7/8. Yeah, so this will take a, goes on a 7/8 arbor. All right, we got a couple of these, and now I can't remember what they call these. I've said it 100 times probably, but you guys know what these are. They come in handy for holding wires, tubing, all kind of little things. These are just something nice to have in your toolbox. So he gave me 2 of these. And then the last thing here was 3 of these little tubes that I've already shown you, and I told you, I asked to see if anybody knows what these are, and I'm going off of what Todd told me here. He says this is actually your 2-liter soda bottle. This is how they're manufactured before they're blow molded. It's got the cap already on it, and I guess these go to a second operation, and they blow mold these into a 2-liter Coke bottle. So I was wondering if any of you guys already knew that. I mean, I didn't know, and but he gave me 3 of these, and they're just a storage. You know, you can put cutters in there, some carbide cutters or whatever. So something to throw in the box and have some little storage there. So that was the goodies from Todd Manning, and I want to say again, thank you, Todd. This is a lot of really nice stuff right here. It's some of the other guys have mentioned, had talked about this, like Tom and Keith both, is how humbling it is to have so many people send you things, and I mean, it's unexpected, and it's I'm usually at a loss for words because of the generosity of other people that send me and give me things like this right here, like Todd did, and that goes for everybody that sent me stuff. Thank you very much. It's very, very appreciated, and it is very humbling. And like I said, I don't know what to say, but other than thank you very much. Okay, so we'll move on. Let's get on to some more footage, okay? Thanks again, Todd, for coming by and seeing me, and it was a great visit. This is some of the material for the project that I'm actually getting ready to start on that I just mentioned. There's actually 8 of these. The rest of them are over there on the table. I just grabbed 2 of them. And what this is I believe it was 5-inch. Yeah, it's 5-inch diameter 1045 chrome plated rod is what this is. Now, this was a rod that I had to make it work. So this ended up being scrap metal. And what I decided to do is cut this piece up to make what I want to machine here. This is the piston side of it here. To give you an example of some of the stuff that I make it work, the piston actually just slides on this end right here, and you got 2 big 1-inch bolts that hold it on, and a groove machined here for an O-ring to seal it on the face. So that was one end of the ram there. It's actually it's a press ram is what it is. So what I'm going to do, this is going to be a project I'm going to start on real soon. I'm making some 3-inch riser blocks for the Victor lathe over here. I want to bring the lathe up, and I'm going to just do 3 inches. It's always been a little bit low to me, and I'm used to working on it now, but you know, I'm always kind of hunched over a little bit, so I'm going to try raising it up 3 inches and see if that helps me out there. So we'll do, it's going to be a pretty simple operation. Do some facing. I'm going to come on the back side and machine the center of it out so that you'll actually have like a rim all the way around the perimeter that will sit on the concrete. And I'll drill a dimple in the top for the leveling screws to sit in. And we may end up doing some machine a bevel or a taper or something on the top side of it here to kind of give it just a little bit of a more elegant look, I guess. So anyway, yeah, this is going to be a project that we'll start on soon, and I'll do some video on it. And then once these are done, I'm going to use James Kilroy's toe jack that he let me borrow, and we're going to jack it up. And what I'm going to do at the same time is I want to move the lathe out a little bit, just a little bit, and straighten it up. And I also am going to do the same thing to the Monarch. I want to pull it out a little bit from the wall because I need a little room back there now, but I need enough room whenever I bring my gantry crane in here to be able to roll the gantry crane all the way across and, you know, cover all 3 of the big machines here. So be on the lookout for this soon. We'll get started on it, okay? Well, guys, we finally got the power run to the K&T mill. It was hooked up today. I actually ran some conduit around, got a plug over there on the wall, and got it where I can plug it in and turn the sucker on. And we did find a very simple problem in the electrical box on the back. But I didn't. My electrician, Tim. Tim found a couple loose connections. It was a very simple fix. It could have been something that had vibrated loose during the move here. So he tightened up the connections, and that was the problem there. So we got the column topped off with the proper amount of oil. The knee, I think I've got the right amount of oil in here, but it's really hard to tell because the sight glass is so dark that I can't exactly see that it's on the proper level there. So I kind of got to guess at it, but I'll go over it with you. So we do have a problem with the knee with the hydraulic system, but the column is working good. So we're going to fire this baby up. You can hear it run for the first time. I went ahead and mounted the, I believe this is the A style outboard support, and I've got a 1-inch arbor in there. That's one of the arbors that that James gave me with the machine. And I even put one of the new cutters that James Green sent me on there, one of the stagger tooth 7/16 milling cutters. So we'll get you over here and we'll turn the sucker on and watch it spin a little bit. Okay, here's looking at the side of the machine and the electrical panel here, and you have a master start button here, and there's also a spindle right and left hand rotation. So you turn it on here, and this dial is for selecting your RPM for the spindle. And once you turn the master start on, that kicks the motor on, and this is your spindle start button here. And then to stop it, you toggle it either direction to stop the rotation of the spindle. And then this one is your master stop. Hit that one to turn the machine off. This is the first time that I've had a machine that runs off of hydraulics. I've heard a lot of good stuff about the Cincinnati HydroShift lathes. I've got a friend that actually runs one, and he told me that it's an excellent machine. And so I'm assuming this works a lot of the same way. So whenever you want to change your RPM here, all you do is just pull the dial, turn it, and drop it back in, and it changes the gears inside the gearbox there for you. This little divot here indicates where you're selected on the RPM. We'll start with the slowest. Now, I did run this thing one time in 2,000 RPM, which is the highest speed. Thing's moving. It did a good job, but I don't necessarily like watching it spin 2,000 RPM, so I don't think we're going to go that high. But we'll start down here at the bottom. So what we're going to do is turn it on here. Give it just a few seconds to get rolling and get the hydraulic pressure going. This sight glass here indicates that the oil is pumping. I can see it falling through there. As I said, here's how you start your spindle rotation. So we're going to go ahead and tap that, and we'll see the spindle rotating. Nice and smooth. You can hear the pump working whenever you turn this on. You ready to stop it? Just toggle it, and it stops almost instantly. You ready to change RPM? Just pull it and rotate it. We're in 25. Let's take it up to 54. All right, you can hear the gears, mesh. All right, there's 54. There's 298 RPM. Filled it up with oil. You can see it's working good. All right, let's go on up. $638. All right, 1130. 1130. Let's go to 1660, see it run. Nice. All right, when you want to go to shut it down, you just hit the master stop and it shuts everything down. So you can see that the column, the machine itself is actually running, it's running good. It sounds nice. And I think we're good. We got a good mill on our hands here. Unfortunately, we got to find what's wrong with the knee. And I was going to show you a little bit what's going on here, and I'll bring the camera back over. But definitely got a problem inside the hydraulics. It's trying to activate, but it doesn't quite. So hopefully this will be the next phase of getting this thing operational. Is working on this knee. This lever here is your power feed for the table, and you know, your X-axis here, and everything clicks in good. I can engage it, and you should be able to, once you engage it here, that should be power feeding now. So it's not feeding, and this is your rapid traverse. You can hear the motor, it's pumping, and but it's not working correctly. Okay, I'm getting ready to do some hydraulic testing on the knee for the K&T here, and I brought home this HYDAC test kit that my buddy Paul let me borrow. This thing's got some gauges in here and some lines and a fitting that here's one of the gauges here, and you got these lines here that you can hook to it, and I've got another fitting right here that I had to adapt down to the 1/8 pipe. So this will go on here, and I'm going to be checking. There's 3 test points right down here on the knee, and those are the first 3 that we're going to test. So I've got to install this little adapter into the side there, the little hole, and then I'll hook up the gauge, and we'll see if we got any pressure readings. So let me get this set up, and we'll test it out. All right, I've got the adapters put into the appropriate hole, which is the bottom one. That's supposed to be for constant pressure, and that's what we want to check first and see if we're getting hydraulic pressure. So here's the gauge. I've already got it set up, this adapter and this little quick connect hose here. All right, that should be it, I hope. Let me go turn the machine on. No, we're not getting any pressure. Supposed to have around, I think around 215 to 225 pounds of pressure, and we're not getting any. I don't have the fitting very tight. It's getting a little bit of oil, but I guess it's not enough to push the gauge up. Well, I've just been playing with it a little bit, just trying to figure something out, and I'm not getting any pressure. I was earlier, just a minute ago, I was reading about a half a line on this gauge, and I could engage the rapid here, and I could see the hand wheel try to move a little and stop, but now I'm not getting any. And there's a plug right down here. You take that out, that opens up, that goes into the casting, and there's a valve in there that you can adjust to adjust the pressure. And they said that in the book, you adjust this to the temperature you need, your running temperature, which should be between 200 and 225. But I've adjusted it a little bit each way, and this isn't making any difference right here, so I've just kind of got it positioned back to where I had it, where it was. So really I need to look at the schematic that James is supposed to print me the schematic for it, so we can look at the hydraulic system and see what's in there. And my hydraulic friends that know a lot about this stuff might be able to pinpoint what we've got to work on, and go from there. So I'm afraid the next step is to remove this knee, this cover here, and slide this thing back so that we can actually access the insides of it there. So as of right now, no luck on the no good luck on the K&T. Running my ISCAR, I believe it's the LNMX insert, and I'm taking off 400 thousandths of material, 20,000 speed rest. my second pass. I'm taking 250 per side, 500 on the dial, half inch, and I'm feeding 20,000 per revolution. hole, I got to go 15 inches deep. Right now I'm using my 12-inch drill. Okay, I'm getting my deep hole drilled. There's the first one there, and I'm going 15 inches deep. So what I do is I start with a standard length jobber drill and just drill it in about that far. And then this is a 12-inch, brand new, and I drilled it. It was about 11 inches in there. So now I've got my 18-inch drill that's new. I've got it marked here for 15 inches. That's the depth that I want to go, and that'll actually give me about a half inch deeper than what I really need. So I want to make sure that I go deep enough. There's our 18-inch drill. I think I'm just about to my destination. Got to run it in there one more time.